to give a quick overview of the Angel environment and how to get help. This is sort of a first look around for people. Okay, when I first log into the space, I'm on my home page. I can always get back to my home page by clicking on this little home link right here. Um, on my page, I see a number of things. Probably the one that I'll use the most often is the courses here. This is how I get into each individual course that I've been assigned to, or to groups. I can also see that I have a calendar and a toolbox, different way to make bookmarks, store files, that sort of thing. If I scroll over here, I see there's quite a big window that has announcements, and this is announcements for all of the courses that I'm in one place. So it's sort of a one-stop shopping for announcements. Now, if I don't care to see that here on my home page, maybe I want to wait till I get into courses to see that, I could edit my page. So I'll click on this edit page link here, and I'll say that announcements is not something that I want to see. Okay, so I just hit the little delete key there, and I'm also going to delete my faculty announcements too. That's just the way I am. Okay. I could also add components if I wanted to at the same time. Like, say, a calculator. Why I would want a calculator, I'm not sure, but if I did, I could. And I'll see it there. Now, if I want to move it, I want to balance things out, I can just drag it over and put it someplace else, which is pretty handy. Okay, so I'm done. I said earlier here there were buttons along the side. This is called the power strip. And probably as you're first getting started with this, one of the first things you want to do is go to the help tool. And you can there's a computerized help tool that lets you search by topic or browse through different things. And if you like these help tools, that's good. If you prefer to have a manual, you can go to the guides here. And this is where you can print out, you can right click and save target as PDF files that will give you a manual that you can use. You can keep by your side or keep on your desktop or whatever you want to do with it. Okay. So, like I said, I've got my mail, I've got my courses. If I go and I can click on the name of a course to go into it. Okay, within the course, there are a series of tabs across the top. These tabs can change. The instructor of the course can decide we're not going to use the calendar tab, say. On the course tab where I start out by default, I have things that the instructor wants me to see when I first log in. Again, like on my home page, because I'm the instructor for this course, I can edit this page and decide to take away or add any of these components here. Now, if I want to see how this is looking to students, I can click on these user preview glasses here, and I can go into a different preview mode. Okay. Okay, so now I'm seeing it as the student would see it. I see these things on the course page. I don't have the ability to edit the page anymore. I also don't have as many tabs up here on the top. I don't have the Manage tab or the Automate tab, for example. So to go back into instructor mode, I would go to Course Editor. Okay. Now along these tabs I can find different things. Probably the place where I'll spend the most time as a student would be the lessons area here. And this is where the instructor is going to have all of the different course content that they want me to look at. I also might go to the Resources tab to find the syllabus. I might go to Communicate to send email and to look at discussion forums. Lots of different options there. Okay. The other one that you want to pay attention to right at the beginning along these power strips here is the Preferences. If I go into Preferences, I can set personal information about myself, such as contact information or a link to a web page that I use. If I do any social networking stuff, I might want to link that in there. A theme selector lets me control how Angel will look to me. So maybe I don't like the theme that we're using and I want to use a different one. I could choose a different theme. Large text is one that's popular. Okay. I could also, from that preferences area, go into my system settings, and the one that's probably the most frequently used is the mail settings. And this is like if somebody sends me mail from within Angel, what do I want to happen to it? Right now this is set to do not forward my mail. I'm going to change that so that it will forward my mail, but so if I'm not logging into Angel actively and checking my email, it will still be sent to my address. I can have it sent to any email address I want. So that's a good thing to set there. Also, you'll see up above here that you can set yourself as a beginner, intermediate, or advanced user. If you set yourself as beginner or intermediate, it will hide some of the functions and the options from you as you're going about setting up a course on the thinking that you only want to see the most basic things. So what this will mean is as you start to go down the road, at first it will decrease the complexity, but as you go along, it will mean that you're hunting around for features that you think should be there, but they've been hidden from you. So at some point you're going to, maybe on day one, you're going to want to change yourself from a beginner to intermediate or advanced. I prefer advanced. Okay, so if I scroll down and I hit save, I'm done with my system settings there. And I'm going to click back on the home link to get back to my home. Right, if you're using 7.3, Angel 7.3 for the first time, you're used to one of the earlier versions, you're probably used to checking your mail from course by course by course. In the new version of Angel, there is an email tool that looks a little more similar to Microsoft Outlook or something like that. And here you can go and you can filter your mail by specific course if you like, or you can show all your mail in one inbox, and you have more options similar to what you would with Outlook to put them in different folders or organize them and that sort of thing. So if this is your first time in 7.3, spend some time playing with the mail tool. All right, the last thing I'm going to cover in this overview is, before we get into specific course stuff, is the toolbox. The toolbox has a bookmarks tool. This is a way for you to bookmark a website or a place within Angel. The advantage of using this versus using the favorites on your web browser is that then no matter where you go, you have one set of bookmarks, whether you're at home or at work or wherever you are. The file storage area is just simply that. It's a place where you can put things. You can upload or download content. Maybe you're working on a lesson and you don't quite want to post it in your space yet, or just some files you want to keep. Currently on the development server you have a limit of 10 megabytes of storage. On the production server you have, I think it's 450 megabytes for instructors. And the calendar, the personal calendar, looks like a lot of other calendar systems out there. There's also calendars for each individual course, and items from course calendars from courses that I'm a member of that course will show up on my personal calendar. So I can see calendar items here for all my courses in one place. Get back, I'm going to click on the home. And public resources is a way for institutions to provide quick links to things that they think are important. On this development server we haven't set any up, but this might be links to institutional resources or tools for students such as ProQuest. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring this to a halt, and in the next video we'll be talking about what happens inside the course space itself. So I'm going to log out. Bye-bye.